Okay, welcome back again to another episode of the Football Analytics and Trans Show. We have a bunch of controversial topics coming up. First and foremost, I think you would have seen a recent video going viral of Enzo Fernandes singing an extremely, what do you call? Racist song. I mean, some of you hardcore Argentina fans are arguing about it, but I mean, I think it's quite evident. For some reason,
there is nothing to argue. If you are a hardcore Argentina fan,
you should see how the reasons people are coming. Like, this was not racist, then why are you calling this alone racist? They're coming comparison. What are you comparing towards?
See, if I hit him with this or I hit him with a cricket bat, I'm hitting him.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Well, there's like the severity difference not going to change the fact that they did that.
So we'll put this into context. So there was a video after the Argentina national team won their Copa America. They were on their team bus celebrating, where I don't know what Enzo was thinking. He pulled out his phone, he was taking a video, or he went like something of that sort happened.
I think he went live, yeah.
So that video was out on the internet for everyone to see. People recorded it, and there were some racist songs, racist chants, especially regarding players of a particular national team that these people had faced in the past. And the allegations surrounded the other aforementioned national team, saying that they had more of players of African descent or he called them many racist things that I don't want to say. And then he eventually, after that thing started making the rounds, came onto Instagram and apologized, and it caused quite a bit of uproar. And to put it into perspective, Enzo plays in Chelsea, which has so many players of color. I don't know how he's going to go back.
Yeah, this guy, what is his name? Wesley Fofana. He immediately he unfollowed him. A lot of his teammates, people of color in his team, all of them unfollowed immediately.
See, I'm not condoning it. Some people might say, okay, that is just straight up fact, so why are you disputing it or something of weird of that sort. Whatever it is, they have a French passport and you are calling them things that...
There's only one player in that team who was born outside of France. All of them are born in France. To them, the only country they've known or they've grown up is in France. So they are French.
Doesn't matter what their descent is. But by calling them something that they are not or trying to imply that they are something else, and in fact in the video they did call them certain things directly, and that is not done for in whichever form you're trying to.
I mean, I understand you have personal grudges with people, you tell like that. You saw Martinez having some grudge with Mbappe. Okay, that is, leave it. That is personal between this thing that okay, you do, not encouraging that thing, but this is different. This is like you are taking a huge bunch of people and they are telling. Like, you have beef with a particular this thing, you say like that is fine. There are better ways of expressing it.
And the important thing is, none of the French national team have anything to do with this. They are in a different continent, quite literally doing their own thing. You won a competition against Colombia. I don't know how this figures into it.
It's like some obsession with the France team. I mean, the World Cup happened like 2 years back.
So to tell you the incident again, so this guy said some racist shit, went online, and all of this is viral now. And then the France Footballing Federation went to FIFA and launched an official complaint against the Argentinian National Football Federation and all of the players. And how this develops, the story we are still following. Any new updates we will tell you. But there is some inside
FIFA investigation is going on now.
So it's an ongoing thing. So the story is still not finished. So like news reporters, we will be following it and we will give you coverage as soon as something substantial comes out of it. Even if Jittu is not here in person with me, we'll either do it through Zoom or something. Because Jittu is going off for sightseeing in Mussoorie and all now. He actually is.
Yes. I don't know to call it a vacation or something, but I am going quite far away.
So we will try and figure that out as soon as anything new develops. But it's still a developing story. And Jittu says that he has some context to give in this to try and not explain why he did it, but understand why he would have done it. And we're not trying to rationalize it or condone it, but understand why someone would say something that messed up. I've kept asking him from when he came here, tell me what it is. He's refused this too. So I'm going to listen along with you what it is. So live reactions.
Okay, so the thing comes to the country of Argentina. So if you look at any of the other Latin American countries, compared to Argentina, there are always more people of color in there, and there are more native people. Argentina you will not see any person from Argentina who was actually a native person, like native origin or something. All of them are from the colonizers. Almost every person in that team is either Italian, Spanish, to some extent Scottish or German. So this is the only country in the whole of let's say Central and South America that is predominantly white. I would say Brazil is also, no, Brazil has a lot of like black players and also a lot of indigenous players also, people also. So it's not that much this thing. So there's a mix. So it's not like they were, right now they were like this. There have been incidents before also, long time back. But that time the media was not this much like developed, where like we could find out videos in search, it would go viral, everyone can see their phones within minutes.
Now, technically, social media made being dumb and stupid and making wrong life decisions openly available to everyone.
Yeah.
So we were also dumb, but we didn't have social media to be dumb in public. So we can maintain an image.
I mean, the fact that like it was the worst, the dark fact that the reason I'm telling that they were not, like you're telling only this bunch, like they were not before racist, is that all of his teammates are coming and defending him like it's just some joke. Like there's not even a single person in the team that is condemning what Enzo did. Most of them are either keeping quiet or in the case of Rodrigo de Paul, come straight up justifying it. Like, but I think he made a statement recently. I'll just look up that.
And for people who don't know this, because I have been following Brazil since when I was a child, everyone who actually knows what happens there knows that most of the South American countries are racist. It's a part of their culture or whatever it is, they are racist. And I think among the most racist, if not the most racist countries and communities of them all are Argentinians.
Correct.
I don't want to bring the Nazis fleeing there and all of that to bring this into perspective, but in general, they have been traditionally the most racist bunch of the South American countries. And South American countries in general are racist. So, starting off from that and then trying to justify something that is wrong is absurd. And I don't know how to... We can't try and rationalize it to say, okay, this is why he could have done it, that is why he could have done it. Whatever your reason for doing it is bad. And
I'll come on to see the fact that he was not guilty, and he put a story. You look at what he said, okay. He stands against all discrimination in all forms. His explanation is he was getting caught up in the euphoria of our Copa America celebration. He's like, I was celebrating, it came out of my mouth.
Now, what does celebrating have to do with using racist slurs?
Celebrating for against who are you celebrating against? Whatever you should have celebrating against. Okay, we beat Colombia. What does France to do with it?
And if you remember last Copa America during the penalty shootout, a few words were exchanged between certain players between the Colombian side and the Argentinian side, including Emiliano Martinez, Messi, and Yerry Mina, and all of those people. So that's a different story. So if you have a beef against them also, okay, we can say that he's letting his emotions run out. Not justified, but at least there's a rationalization behind it. We are not saying it's correct, but we know that this is why he did it. Yeah. This has no explanation. What does France have to do with it? God knows.
See, Rodrigo de Paul's sentence, you don't have to analyze the song much. I can understand people who have suffered racism and don't like it, but then there is a place for everything. So he's basically telling you it's a song. And like, if some people should not share and bring him into all these issues, someone should personally call him and tell. Isn't it the guy who wanted to post it online so that everybody will see? Obviously, then everybody will share it in social media and people will ask in social media. If he wanted to make it subtle and like just them enjoying, why did he record live?
Fair enough.
That is the confidence or something, like nobody will say anything. Like if you're extremely confident or if you're least bothered that this is extremely derogative or racist.
True.
So I don't know, like right now, like a lot of investigations are happening. Apparently the Olympics football started recently, and the Argentine football team, like the whole stadium, France fans showed up just to boo Argentina. And some other controversy happened. We'll cover that. Some goal line technology VAR decision came and Argentina lost the match or something like that. Leave it. But as of now, the whole stadium was full of France fans and Argentina was booed the whole way. So I don't know. I now at this point I feel the security of the Argentinian the youngsters there. I think U23 players are playing. How this thing, because France has some extreme ultras in the national team, and it's not good to piss them off. So hopefully they are safe and they're not this thing. Right now it's only all verbal and this thing against this thing. Hopefully the Olympics doesn't turn down to some brawl.
Yeah. Hopefully not.
So what I am saying is there was a easier way to explain the situation. He could have apologized and
unconditional apologies.
That is it. Because he's not known. This is the first time he's this thing. It's not like he's done it multiple times. At least in open like this. I don't know whether he's done it like this. Don't know. But at least in open, this is the first time. What he could have done properly is apologize unconditionally and moved on. People would have still considered it. I don't think France football would have gone to complain. The fact that you did this and nobody can touch me. That mentality is in his mind and that is a problem. Is he actually guilty? Does he feel guilt? Or is he actually no, this is some normal thing. So that is where the scary part comes in. And what I heard is most of his teammates especially Wesley Fofana, most of his black teammates, all of them have unfollowed him. Now he has to go back to his club. Don't know how the situation there it's gonna be. And if his own teammates are finding it very offensive, I don't know what justification. And this could end up having a huge problem with his career, especially since Europe it's more sensitive to such issues right now, and it is an issue that the UEFA are trying to tackle. And it will be interesting to see if FIFA take a stance on this or UEFA take a stance on this. There could be some sort of ban or fine that is up in the air as of now. There's no official confirmation. FIFA investigation is going on. And since France is quite a big federation who has raised the complaint, and I don't think FIFA can ignore it also. Especially since they're hosting the Olympics and a lot of Argentinian players and athletes have come there. It should not turn into this thing. So what I would say, if any Argentinian fans are right now, please don't justify this thing. The best solution right now is for him to apologize and finish this. This is good for his career. He's a very young player, so much to do. If he sticks just okay, I will not apologize, okay, I will not think this is seriously. If he goes on like that will become a problem for him. That will become a problem for the whole country's identity, the rest of the players. Because nobody is what do you say? I understand he's your teammate, he more like family, you're defending, but then there are some things you have to point out that is wrong. And right now I saw something. Depaul again being Messi's bodyguard. It's Messi told him not to do derogatory terms. So I don't know. I just find all this amusing. Aren't they aware that they look? I don't know what to say it.
I'll tell you something else that happened. Chelsea after this incident said that they are going to start an internal disciplinary procedure against Enzo Fernandes to see what happens. What happens of it, God knows, because they signed him with 106.
They have to take some action.
106 million pounds. You think they're going to take action against him?
No, they want to show okay, we are focused on this thing just to fool the fans.
Sir, I don't mean any shade to Chelsea fans, but you genuinely think that will happen? You genuinely think that will happen? You think the fans care enough?
On the other hand, they have a lot of money. They'll just keep buying players.
Fair enough. And then what happened was, because of the global repercussions, I'm quoting a BBC article here, it went off into political circles. So it transcended football now. Politicians have started making comments about it, and then there was some Argentinian minister who said that I completely support what they said, because they're talking against colonizers.
This is they are not that statement I'll tell. What is this? Sorry. Usually, so who are the colonizers? The white French people. And who is he using the terms against? The people who were colonized and their descendants. Why is it their fault? In what way is their fault? Who are they accusing?
Some garbage. This is the conversation that can go
The
on.
French are colonizers, but they were specifically targeting the black players alone.
No, you said that he had some personal beef against someone. Do you have any idea what this is about?
Personal beef, I'd say. See, what I can confirm is there are a lot of players who have beef against Mbappe.
Fair enough.
Lot of players against Mbappe, and to some extent, I think Dembele also some issues were there.
Okay.
So, I think it was towards initially to specific to these players, but because they were drunk, they expanded it in general to black people. And
this is happening. They were celebrating in America, sir.
yes,
In
in
America.
America.
America as in the US of A.
Oh my God.
So what happened was there's this guy called Julio Garo apparently.
Okay.
He's an undersecretary for sports. He suggested that the team captain, that is Messi, and the local F.A.R. president should issue an apology for that song because it's making them look bad. What do you think their response for this was? What do you think would be the appropriate response? They take his advice and do it. No. They
Fair
sacked
enough.
him next day morning.
What the hell? The only guy who spoke against that thing.
And the others said that there is no need for an apology for this. This is some childish shit. This is some guys doing their guy things. That when a person starts saying guys doing guy
Then,
things.
no, if you want to do such things, then why do you post it on the internet? I don't get it. I'm not justifying what they did. Like, you want to do drunk stuff or like this, all these things. Why do you want to? You do this in public and you don't expect people to react. That is the most retarded thing I don't understand.
You have to see, look at this, the last part of this article. It says, with the exception of Lionel Messi and backup goalkeeper Franco Armani, the entire squad
Well,
that
see.
Argentina plays in, they play in Europe.
Yeah.
And in Europe, they are a part of a multinational, multicultural, multiracial squad.
Yeah.
They should have the common sense. Who? You're going to play with these people
Later
or the
on.
same skin color people that
Yeah,
you've
you
been...
understand, playing for national team, okay, it's a big thing. But the national team is not giving you the money. Your earning is coming from these European teams.
Fair enough.
And these, indirectly, these European countries. Hopefully, they have some sense in their left and apologize for this thing. Otherwise, this is going to be a big issue right now.
Whether this becomes a big issue or not.
Now
is a question for another day.
definitely political issue, because since politicians are telling people are just like this, nobody who's condemning this thing.
I don't know what this is, why this is happening, why they are still trying to condone it. At some point, it's been so many days now. It's been more than 2 weeks. Okay, maybe a week, about more than a week. At least by now, you should have just come out and said we are genuinely sorry for this. For this, he will serve so much of a ban, or we'll fine him so much. Whatever your action is,
Just take an action.
Some action.
The more they postpone it, the more severe things become, and then it will be derogatory to his whole career. It will go down the line sewer.
Okay, I have nothing more to add with this. Yeah, if you have anything else to add to this,
No, nothing like
Horrible
now. It's
topic.
all on Enzo. If he wants to stick by his whether he wants to stick by his ego or he wants to stick to his career. End of the story. We'll if any more updates come, if any new development comes, we'll update in our next episode. So we'll move on to the next topic.